there one particular
I can recall it.
audition or performance that you had?
My first performance professional was at 6:15 on December the 17th, 1945. Collins California. Sadly, it was no longer there. It was quite nightly. It was 6:15 and 8:30. I was lucky. I left the army and I owed everything to the army. Got into the band as a band boy and I knew nothing about music. When I was just 14, and I was in the Central Reserve, not to India, having the time of my life. I don't sound sorry, but I was sleeping enough. I went to live there.
And was you very nervous? What were your feelings on the night?
Well, on the first night, I was telling you about that, I was in the army first, and then I learned about music, and then I got into the concert party, and I owe everything to the army. And was on my first night, well, when I left the army, I'll tell you a true story. I in the army, the last charity show I did was at Chaplin Town Hall. And after the show, a gentleman came round, and I said, gentleman, he came round to the dressing room, knocked on the door, and I said, come in, and he couldn't get around the corner. He said to me, are you a professional? And I said, no. And he said, well, when you leave the army, you're going to try to become a professional, you won't be ready. And I took his advice, and that gentleman's name was Rick Harris. Yes, and I took his advice. I went to Collins Music Hall, which was only a couple of months later, that I was female. And to see the manager and he said, yes, I'd like to go on the stage. He said, what have you done? I said, well, charity shows, hospitals. He said, well, don't be silly, there's stars coming out, stars in battle dress and then so they're coming out of the army and VIP theatres are clothing all over the country. I said, don't listen, get a job, settle down. But I took no notice of his advice. I took a room nearby. And I became that man's chaplain. And for 3 weeks, if we were in the bar, and he lived with a pint of beer to his mouth, my head was down. So eventually he said, look, if I let you go on first house on Monday and no good, and you promised to go away and leave me alone, and I agreed to do that. He said, well, if you stay for the week, I'll give you a $5. Mind you, $5 wasn't too bad then. I could live on it. But and I went on first house Monday, and as you said, I was flat. But nobody came down and said, well done. The important thing was nobody came down and said, get out. And so I was on second house, and I worked hard. The following morning I was in the theatre at 9 o'clock, and I rehearsed all day long. They thought I was mad. I was right anyway. And on a Wednesday, an agent came in and said to me, came round the dressing room after the show, and he said, what are you doing next week? And I said, nothing. I'd like to book you for the concert. And I said, oh, thank you. So he did, and on Friday, another agent came down the dressing room, and he said to me, what are you doing next week? And I said, why? And he said, I'd like to book the celebration. I said, no, I'm working later. He said, oh, well, when are you free? I said, just a moment. I have a look at my diary. You've got to get used to doing that. I mean, in show business, you've got to be dedicated, you've got to work hard, you've got to put your job before anything else. And what is very important, you've got to have complete and absolute honesty. And if you can fake that, you've got it made.
And you've certainly made terrific strides from there.
I've been a very lucky little devil.
Thank you very much.
Lucky dear, and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I thank you, and I thank all you lot. Ta-ra.
Thanks. Just want to tell us what you had for breakfast?
I don't have breakfast.
You don't have breakfast?
No, I don't have breakfast. Ham, that's right, yeah.